Hi, today I'm going to show you how to set up your back-end search terms on Amazon. So first of all, what are back-end search terms? So back-end search terms are keywords which customers can't see, but are keywords that tell Amazon a little bit more about your product. So if you look at the back end of a listing, so if you click on product details here and you scroll down underneath the bullet points, you will see this field here that says generic keyword, and this is where we add in our what's known as back-end search terms. So there's quite often a lot of misconceptions about what should go into this field. So some people think that you need to add your main keywords into here, but that's not the case. Back-end search terms should only be keywords that are not currently contained within your listing. So these are keywords that are not in your title and they're not in your bullet points and that are not anywhere else within the listing. So why do we need backend search terms? Well, the reason we need them is because when you do your keyword research, you may have anything between, say, 20 to 50 keywords, and you're not going to be able to get all of those keywords into the listing without it looking keyword spammy. You want your listing to look readable. So to do that, you're not going to be able to get every single keyword into your listing. So the backend search terms allows you to put in those keywords which you weren't able to fit into the copy and you weren't able to fit into the title. And the reason you want to do that is because that if you have those keywords in the backend search terms, it means that you will show up organically when customers search for those keywords, and it also helps with advertising. So if you've got a keyword that's in your backend search terms and you're running advertising against that keyword, although the customer can't actually see that keyword, Amazon will deem that keyword to be relevant because it's there in the backend search terms. So that will help with your advertising campaigns. So how do we actually determine what keywords to put into your backend search terms? Well, there's a number of ways you can do that, but the way I like to do it is by using Helium 10. So to do backend keywords with Helium 10, you need three different tools within the Helium 10 suite. You need Cerebro, and you need Scribbles, and you need Frankenstein. I'm not too sure which subscription covers all those three modules. However, I think there's various different ways you can customize the plan to include the things that you really need. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to get a big thorough list of keywords and how to narrow that down to the keywords that we're going to put into your backend search terms. So to do that, we're going to use, first of all, Helium 10's tool called Cerebro. So if we go to tools here and then we click on Cerebro, what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to find three products which are the highest ranked organically to the product that we are selling, because we want to extract the keywords for those three products using Helium 10. So the example we're going to use today is this griddle pan here. So this is an induction griddle pan. If I just click on the main image, you'll be able to see it a bit better. So it's an induction griddle pan. It's non-stick and it's got a removable handle. So I'm gonna, and it's also priced £25. So the first stage is we're going to find three products that are ranked high in the same category that are around about the same price. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the search terms at the top of Amazon and I'm going to type in griddle pan and click search. So I'm going to ignore the products which are sponsored at the top because they might not be the best products to look at in terms of keyword density. So you can see here there's a product here that's appeared on the griddle pan under sponsored. It's only got 2 reviews, so there's not going to be a lot of keywords we can research for that product. So I'm just going to look at the ones that are ranked organically, and if you're logged into Helium 10, you'll see it's quite helpful in that they actually provide the ASINs at the top of the page there. So first of all, I'm going to ignore these first two because our product, remember, is priced at £25 and this one's £17 and this one's £11.49. So if we scroll down the next row down, so the product here is £23.99. So that one's quite similar to our product, so I'm going to copy that ASIN there. I'm going to go to Cerebro, and you need to make sure that you've selected the right country here. So we're working on Amazon UK here, so make sure you've got the UK flag selected. And we're just going to paste that first ASIN into this search box there. So if you then go back to Amazon, and we're then going to find the next product that's priced roughly the same price, which I'll say is this one here. This one's similar kind of price. We're going to copy the ASIN again, and we're going to paste that into Cerebro at the top. And then we're going to find one more. Okay, so if I scroll down, this one looks pretty similar kind of price, and it's ranked high organically. So we're going to copy that and paste that into Cerebro. Now you could research more than 3 products, but in this example, I'm just going to show you 3. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to click Get Keywords and click Run New Search. So what Helium 10 is going to do now is it's going to collate all the keywords, the main keywords that these 3 products are ranking for. So if we scroll down once the search is finished, we can see that it's started to pull through keywords such as steak pan induction, grill pan induction, induction grill pan. These are all keywords that are relevant to the product that we're selling, which is a griddle pan. So if we scroll down the bottom, I'm just going to change the rows per page to the maximum, which is 150. And I'm going to just scroll down. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find all the keywords that are relevant to the product I'm selling. Because as we scroll further down this list, it's going to start to show keywords that are not relevant. And once we get to that point, we don't want to use those keywords past that point. We only want the ones that are relevant to our product. And usually we've probably found around about 150 to 200 keywords. So if I scroll down all the way down to 150, we can see the first 150. Even when we get to the bottom, we've still got keywords that are relevant to our product. So griddle pans, flat, cast iron griddle, that kind of thing. So let's just jump onto page 2, look at the keywords that 150 to 300. And if we go into here, we can see now it's starting to pick up keywords that are not relevant to our product. Things like paella pan, cast iron pan, ours isn't cast iron, barbecue pan, steak accessories. So these keywords on the second page are probably not really relevant. So therefore, I'm just going to use the first 150 keywords which appear on the first page. So remember, these 150 keywords are the main keywords that our 3 competitors are ranking for organically. So now we've got this list of 150 keywords, we now need to get them into Frankenstein, which is another tool that is contained within Helium 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these 150 keywords, and I'm going to click on Add to My List. So I've already created a list here for pans. So I'll type in pan and then just click on that, and that's going to add those 150 keywords to our list. So now I'm going to click on Tools, and I'm going to scroll down to my list of keywords here, and then I'm going to find the pan list, which is here, and then click on it. And again, I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom, change this to the maximum, which is 200. So here's all the keywords which I researched, which are relevant to griddle pans. And I'm going to move these now into Frankenstein. So if you just select all here, click on Export, and then click on Frankenstein. Okay, so what this has done here, so we've on the left hand side now, again, we've got all those 150 keywords. What we're going to do is we're going to process these keywords. So it's going to separate all these keywords into one word per line. So to do that, just click this set button here. As you can see, it's just moved, split all the keywords, it's processed them into individual words. We've got griddle, grill, oven, non-stick, fry, etc. Now you see there's quite a lot of words here which are not really keywords, like the, by. So luckily there's a handy option here where we can just tick remove common words. So we tick that and all of those words have now disappeared. We also want to remove any single letters like A, for example. So what that's left us with now is all those 150 keywords have now been split into individual words, and it's taken out all the common words which we know are not going to be relevant to anything really, particularly not a griddle pan. So now that we've got this list of keywords, we now need to match these keywords to what is currently in our listing. So there's a lot of words in there. There's a lot of keywords within that listing. So I really don't want to do that manually, so luckily there's a tool called Scribbles which allows us to automatically compare what's in our listing with these words here. So if you just click Scribbles here, and it brings us onto this page here. So what we need to do is we need to change this, again at the top we need to change the country to UK, and then we just click this blue button here, and now what's done is it's processed the keywords, and it's now sorted these keywords importantly by search volume. So pan is the first keyword because pan by far has the largest search volume. We then got a brand name there, Sean Patrick. Now we don't want to put brand names in the backend search terms. Now the reason we don't want to do that is because it might potentially flag up an IP complaint with Amazon, and the last thing you want is for your account to be suspended. So we're not going to put any brand names in, so we're going to remove those from the backend search terms. But you can see the other keywords that it's highlighted in order of search volume are things like griddle, no surprise because it's a griddle pan that we've been researching the keywords for. Induction, again, no surprise because a lot of these griddle pans that we're looking at are compatible with induction hobs. So we've got this list here, so we now need to compare to see which of these keywords are within our current listing. And the ones that are not, we can add to our backend search terms. So the way we're going to do that is we just go back to our Amazon listing, which is there it is. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the title. I'm just going to select the title, copy that, go back to Scribbles and paste that into the title. So you then see that there's boxes for every bullet point, but we don't really need to split the bullet points into different fields because we're just using this just to compare the copy that we've created against that list of keywords. So what you can do is just copy all of those keywords there and just paste that into the first bullet point. So Scribbles actually is really good if you wanted to create a listing from scratch and you've got a set of keywords. So what this has actually done here now is you'll see that we've copied in our listing and it's actually crossed off the keywords which are currently already in the listing. So it's crossed off pan, it's got pan in the title, it's crossed off griddle because griddle is in the title. So every keyword from that massive 150 list of keywords, every keyword that is in our listing has now been crossed off. And then there's a handy button down here that says copy unused. What that's doing is that's now copying all of those terms which are not currently within our listing, the keywords that need to go on the backend search terms, and we're just going to paste that into this field here, which is named backend search terms. So you see when we paste this in, it says that we've used 468 out of 250 characters. So the backend search term field is limited to 250 characters. So what we need to do is we need to remove some of these keywords. Also, some of these keywords are irrelevant, so we need to, first of all, get the list down to less than 250 characters, remove any keywords that are irrelevant, and also remove any brand names. So first of all, I can see the first keywords it's put in. Again, remember this list is in order of search volume. So the ones at the start of the list have got the high search volume, the ones at the end have got the low search volumes. The ones at the start are the most important. They're the ones that we really want in the backend search terms. However, the first one, John Patrick, is a brand name. It's probably one of the best selling griddle pans in the UK, which is why it's the first one on the list because it's got high search volume. But as I previously said, we don't want to put brand names within the backend search terms because that could cause problems with intellectual property complaints. So I'm just going to delete that out. I'm going to delete small out as well because our griddle pan is not small. Then I'm going to leave in grill, that's relevant. Frying is relevant. Square, aluminium, grilling, steak, skillet. There's a brand name, I'll take that out. T-file's in there, so I'll take that out, that's a brand name. Crozet, that's a brand name. Le Crozet. Plate, that's not really relevant, I'll take that out. I'll take iron out as well because our griddle pan is not made out of iron. Welsh cake is in there. I'm not sure why that's in there, but I don't think we can cook a Welsh cake on a griddle pan. I might be mistaken, however, but I'll take it out just in case. Oliver's in there, that's potentially Jamie Oliver, again a brand name, so I'll take that out. Barbecue, then I've got a weird word there that might be a brand name. Ridge Monkey and Salter sound like brand names. There's a strange word there, could be a Swedish or something, I'll take that one out. Tower and Lodge are both brand names, so I'll take that out. Ninja, I'll take that out, that's a brand name. And Frog, I'll take that out. And Flavorstone and Side, I'll take that out. So gift, I'll leave that in because this product might be bought as a gift, so it's probably relevant to keep that one in. And then quite a lot of these can come out right at the end. So Airport, I'll keep the word flat in because it is quite flat. I'll keep meal in. Handles. Donut, I'll take donut out. I'll take grid, Denby and cup out. So I'm now left with 217 characters, so we're now under that 250 character limit. I'm also going to take the lid out. I missed that one off at the start, so the lid, that's not relevant to this particular product because it doesn't have a lid. So we're left with keywords such as grill, fry and square and aluminium. So these keywords are not currently within the listing. We don't have the word grill anywhere within our listing. However, we know that grill is quite a high search volume keyword for this particular product because it's being picked up as a keyword on the 3 listings that we've researched the keywords for, and helium-10 have also told us it's got high search volume. So we want to have that in the back-end search terms, although it's not in the title or the bullet points, because if a customer searches grill, although the customer can't actually see that on the front end of our listing, so if a customer searches grill, that listing will now show up organically. And also, if we want to run advertising against the word grill, Amazon will see that it's in our back-end search terms and it would deem it relevant, so it will help us with our advertising campaigns. So the last step, now that we've got this list of back-end search terms, is we need to get these into our Amazon listing. So if we just select all there and then just press copy, and then we just need to go back to Amazon Seller Central here, click on edit, click on product details and scroll down to where it says generic keyword here, click in there and press paste, and there's your back-end search terms. And then you just need to scroll down the bottom and click save. So just in summary, so the back-end search terms, they are keywords that are not currently anywhere else within your listing. They are keywords that are not going to be shown to the customer. The reason why we need those keywords in is because it's unlikely that we're going to be able to get every single relevant keyword into the front end without the copy being completely unreadable and looking really keyword spammy. So the back-end search terms gives us that opportunity to put those keywords in which we couldn't fit into the main listing, and it will also help us in terms of relevancy if we're running advertising campaigns against those keywords. And of course, it will also allow our listings to show up if customers type in a search term containing one of the keywords that's in our back-end search terms. So in terms of how we actually find them, what I've just been through today is I've used the helium-10 tool to do that. I researched the top 3 sellers in the category who were a similar price to the product I was selling. I've then put those 3 competitor ASINs into the Cerebro tool within helium-10 to generate the top 150 keywords that those 3 products are ranking for. I've then used another tool within helium-10 called Frankenstein to process those keywords and separate them into individual words. And then it's then taken out common words, things like the word just the letter A and things like that, to just leave us with a concise list of keywords which are relevant to our product. And then the final two I've used within helium-10 was Scribbles. What Scribbles has done is then taken that list of keywords that were processed in Frankenstein and it's compared them with the keywords within our current listing, and it's generated a list of keywords which were not currently within our listing. As a final step, I've then manually gone through that listing, removed any brand names and removed any words which I felt were irrelevant to our product, and then I've copied them into our back-end search terms. So by doing this effectively, by doing it the right way, you're going to increase your organic visibility, and it will also help with your advertising campaigns if you are targeting any of those keywords which you would be putting into the back-end search terms. So hopefully that's helped you today. If it still seems really complicated, just get in touch with us at Cerebro, and we'd be more than happy to do all the back-end search terms for all of your listings. Thanks for watching.